Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, sorry about that everyone. Excuse me, my brother just came in. Really freaking annoying to be honest. But yeah, we're going to continue where we left off. I was supposed to just have lunch earlier. Have some lunch and be back by 30 minutes or so. At least 30 minutes at least. But then freaking I don't know. So my mother just called us and we got held off for more than an hour actually. It's pretty, I want to say it's annoying, but it did took quite a long time and I was really itching to stream, but I couldn't get to the stream because we get held off. So without further ado, I guess we'll just go back to where we left off at the game. We're going to play, hold on, we're going to stop the music. Alright, this music that I'm playing right now, in case you all have missed, this music that I'm playing right now is actually made by me. I played it in the piano and I taught the melody in my head and actually just played it. I'm pretty proud of this one, so I'm thinking of using it as my permanent intro and outro song, I guess, if I feel like it. But yeah, I'm thinking it's incomplete because I'm thinking of changing it up more and then improving it a bit. But yeah, but I digress. I guess we'll just start the game. Now I was really excited. I was really itching to play. I was itching to stream because things were just getting good right now. But I had to stop because I had to eat lunch and then got held off. The whole shebang. But I'm really excited to discover and find out what's going to happen next. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I suggest that you all go back to my previous VODs to check my gameplay. If you don't know the whole story just yet, because I'm not going to go back. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just compiling many different parts of the game, my gameplay, so that people will be able to go through the game with me. But I'm not going to go back to the beginning. We're just going to continue where we left off, which is here, chapter 5. It was getting really interesting because Scarlett was being super good, and I'm inclined to choose her now, even though my heart was in Violet. Now it's in this girl. Now let's start. Somehow in the middle of it all, I forgot what kind of show I was on in the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive. Oh, that was it. Hold on. It stopped there. Morning, Christian. Time sure flies, huh? The show's almost over. I forgot how I voiced Cat again. You'll be able to go back to your regular life soon. No idea if that's gonna have any less headaches though. Who knows? As strange as it sounds, I've had some fun here. The whole getting murdered thing isn't great, but it hasn't been all that bad. I did mention that other people will kill to be in your position. On second thought, they definitely haven't thought it through enough. Probably not. Well, back to business. It's time to pick up where you'll go on your first third date with. Who's the unlucky soulmate candidate today? Ah! I just had my time with Scarlett. I have to go. But here's the thing. I went with Violet first because I think going second will give a lasting impression. So I want to put Violet second. Because Scarlett went second earlier and she gave me a very lasting impression. But we're going Violet second. We're going for Scarlett now. To continue where we left off. With Scarlett. Can't say I'm surprised there. You're two birds of a feather. Here's to hoping you both have a day you'll both remember for a change. It's funnier when you're not an amnesiac. Wow. Yikes. That's a horrible one. Oh, I've had my drink here with me. We actually had McDonald's, so it's really nice. Excuse me. I found Scarlett in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn, as if they've been read over and over through the years. Hey there, Scarlett. What you reading? Hi, Christian. Just an old fairy tale. Really? I'm surprised you read something that will throw science out the window. I actually just noticed this drawing right here. I don't think that was there when I was in the library once. This drawing over here. It's real sus. I'm a woman of varied taste. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Avoranda. Excuse me? Really? It's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in. Try me. I mean, I find good books interesting, especially if they're being enjoyed by fair young ladies. I smiled at her. She smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Wait. That book looks real familiar for some reason. Oh, this is a really good art, by the way. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Avoranda, which was far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and friends. That sounds familiar. Like a robot dog that would eat vegetables they didn't want to eat. Ooh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlett giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with the commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom will never approve of her relationship, Nera and Aloria never fail to see each other in secret. Every night, by the crooked trees in the western forest. But those days don't last. One day, her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again. and Nera is first forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night, alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother, and forgets everything: her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything, except for Aloria and the desire to leave. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. That's a really interesting story. That's really, really interesting. And you're really, really interesting. Oh, come on. Believe me, Scarlett. I want to hear this to the end. Yes, me too. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep in her eye. Excuse me. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could tell just how much she loved this story. Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. Oh wow! But one day, she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of a veranda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen. What? The heck? This is some story. This is more intriguing than the story itself. No, just kidding. Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again. Or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what the choice Nera makes. What? That's quite the cliffhanger. I was about to say the same thing! My gosh. I want to know what happens next. Believe me too. I'm curious. What will you do in Nera's shoes? To be honest with you, I'll leave the kingdom. I will leave the kingdom. Yo, Clock, how you doing, man? Thank you for checking out the stream. Hey. Bro, I just read a really, really nice book. And you just missed it, dude. You're going to have to check out the previous VODs to catch up to me. But I'll read it for you. I'll read the book for you. Because the book is really, really good. I'll read it for you. I'll read it for you. Scarlett read a book to me, and I'm going to read it to you in the same way I read it earlier. I'm just going to start to the very beginning. Hey there, Scarlett. What you reading? Hi, Christian. Just an old fairy tale. Really? I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. Well, I'm a woman of varied taste. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Oh, which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Avoranda. Really? It's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in. Try me. I smiled at her. She smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Avoranda, which is far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand on this sometime. Scarlett giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom will never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never fail to see each other in secret. Every night by the crooked trees in the western forest. But those days don't last. One day, her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again. And Nara is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other queen. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night, alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nara is cursed by the same witch that took her mother and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything except for Aloria and the desire to leave. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Oh, come on! Believe me, Scarlett, I want to read this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could tell just how much she loved this story. Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day, she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of Avoranda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen! What? And then Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never rule again, but she can never leave again, or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. That's quite the cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me, me too. I'm curious. What will you do in Nera's shoes? Thank you, thank you. Thank you for listening to my audiobook. But if I were Nera, I'd leave the kingdom. But I don't know actually. If I leave the kingdom, the guilt of leaving the people will stay by me for the rest of my life. Having what do you say this? Having let down all her people and leaving the people to suffer from the hands of the queen. That's what happened if I leave the kingdom. The guilt will stay with me. But want I don't also want to stay by the kingdom. Excuse me, I don't want to stay by the kingdom just doing what I want to do just for the people. I want to be what I want to be. I don't really want to stay in the kingdom. I'll be very, very reluctant to answer this. I'll leave the kingdom. I think I leave and never come back. Interesting. Why is that? There's no point living without love. Even if it was better for the kingdom for Nera to stay, it will guarantee her love could never be realized. That's what I actually thought. That's what I thought actually. And that's just too sad. I think the same way. No way! No way! I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything. But sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know. You just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, Christian. Me too, Scarlett. There's someone else I'd rather be with right here, right now. Don't say that when after Scarlett you're going to have to date with Violet. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you love fairy tales. Wait, where? What? Okay, context. This place is where I had date with Violet. Oh my gosh! There's turtles down here. Turtles! I forgot the voice. Oh my gosh! There's turtles down here. There's turtles! She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace might just be your thing. Scarlett practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deadly bear hug. Don't do that! Don't do that! Why did you do that? I'm gonna have a tough time. This is wonderful, Christian. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe. But you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlett. We're in this together. I held Scarlett. Kiss her on the lips! Why would you do that? It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Why did he do that when she's about to... Always. We spent the rest of the night enjoying a lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale, with nothing but love in our hearts and laughter and smile on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, Christian. I've never been this excited, this happy since ever. You make me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend the night, if you're interested. And what's that? Don't ask. Why did you ask that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. What does that the hell? Sorry for the word. What the heck does that mean? What? Oh, Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Sayakuda. This is just the absolute worst. This is the worst case scenario. I've fallen in love with the other candidate. After today's date with Scarlett, I decided to take a stroll around the mansion. The night was clear as could be. A light breeze made it just a bit chilly, but not enough that I need to put on more. I found myself fixating on the moon without thinking. I thought I'd find you here. Why is that? Just a gut feeling. The island-wide surveillance system. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm just thinking. I can't believe the show is almost over. It didn't feel real earlier today. Time sure flies, doesn't it? You've only got one last third date with Violet tomorrow, then the final ceremony on the day after. Speaking of which, how was your date with Scarlett today? It was awesome. Why would you? Who freaking delusional guy would say alright? It was alright. We basically kissed and everything, and I was so happy. We had a great time. It's alright. It was awesome, dude. It was the best. My connection with Scarlett's one of a kind. Excuse me. My connection with Scarlett's one of a kind, and there's no one I'd rather be beside me than her. Being married to her would be like a dream come true. Well, aren't you romantic, Christian? But I'm happy to hear that. If it's you two, I'm sure whatever you two face out there, you'll be fine. As long as you stick together. And if she stops turning people into zombies. Yeah, that's a conversation we have to have. Don't forget that in the prenup. Who knew that 3 dates were all you need to figure out if a marriage would last? If this TV gig doesn't work out, maybe I should become a marriage counselor. I'd decide against that. I'd protest against that. Anyway, I love to stay and chat, but I've got to get some work done tonight to prep for the ending of the show. You know what? I could use some company. It's not like you were up to anything. Kat reached her hand out to me. I put my hand in hers on instinct. With her hand in mine, she pulled me with her to the library? Now, you're probably wondering, why did I bring you here of all places? You like to read? Well, yes, but no. There's no internet for us goons, so here's where we store most of our information. Records of every single run of the show, building and security details, guard schedules, and most importantly, salary records. It's hidden in plain sight as regular books. You need to know how to decipher them though. They're pretty useless to the average person. Interesting. And also a little unnecessary. Who here is going to read a book? Oh, I knew the state of education was bad, but not this bad. It still doesn't answer why you brought me here. Well, you see, I have this lovely chair and table here that I do so love to work on. And it's truly exhausting for me to get up from this lovely arrangement to have to fetch each book I need to reference. I'm a dog now, let's go! I'm not so happy to hear that. So, you want me to grab your books for you so you can just stay here? I'm so glad you understand. And you know, I'm doing everything I can to keep you alive. And it's just a teeny tiny favor. I couldn't help but laugh at her mock pout. Sure, cat. It's the least I can do. Great. Alright. To start, I need you to grab me the Princess of a Veranda, 100 easy recipes for a Philosopher's Stone, and... What happened? I regret everything. Oh, she just goes on and on and on. This must be the 100th batch of books I've had to deliver. It's been hours. Seriously, whoever designed the system should be shot. I tried to read a few of the books I was delivering, but like Kat said, they just seemed like regular books. And that's a wrap. Thanks for the help, Christian. I'll send you a thank you card for when you're off this island or something. At that rate, that was pretty much slave labor. I like to think of it more as more of unpaid charity work. That's the same. You've got one last date tomorrow. Don't mess it up. I'm curious. What's the first thing you're going to do when you're out of here? Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe try to figure out what my life was before? Who knows? It's as good a start as any. Well, I gotta get back to editing. Night, Christian. Yeah, see you, cat. Guess I'll head back to my room and call it a night. PTSD time, let's go. Their alarms were deafening. We planned for every possibility we could, but it wasn't enough. We made it to the ship, but it still wasn't enough. Our one saving grace, the ship, wouldn't start. Someone tampered with it, and there's no time to fix it. That's it then. Couldn't find the words to say. I love you. I love you too, Christian. I wish we could have met anywhere but here. She held me in her arms with the last of her strength. All that's left to do is wait. Goodbye, love. Episode 6, Courting Call. I woke up with Scarlett in my arms. What? After talking with Kat last night, I asked Scarlett to join me for one more midnight walk. We ended up talking for hours. Morning, Scarlett. Oh, you're awake. Hi there, Christian. She was clearly half asleep. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle forever. Then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Yeah, love you. Okay. She dozed off as she embraced me in her arms and held me tight. We must have stayed here together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know? Why is that? No matter how this show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be alright. Couldn't say it better myself, Scarlett. Anyway, Kat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got an invention to deal with them later. Sorry, what was that? Don't you dare freaking touch Violet. Oh, nothing. See you later, Christian. Oh, I just said that in a really, really weird voice because when I was reading, I just looked at their face, and now I just read that really. I just read that in a really, really weird way. That was so weird. That was so weird. Well, look how do I freaking voice you, you dumb stinking idiot? Well, look who crawled out of an economy class. Well, look who crawled out of an economy class airplane toilet thing. Okay. And good morning to you today, man. Christian, don't mind my... don't mind him. Damien was just telling me the news. Your ratings are doing really, really well so far. At this rate, I really think you'll make it out of here. That's great news. I wouldn't celebrate just yet. Just because we've done well till now, doesn't mean you won't jump the shark today. Your rating today need to be higher than they've ever been, or you'll get axed. Axed, literally. If I'm around when your number's up, I guess we'll find that out together, won't we? Later. Sorry about him. He can be a little mean sometimes. A murder threat is a little mean? Anyway, you ready for your last date with Violet? I'm ready as I'll ever be. And it's just this last date. And tomorrow, it'll be the final ceremony. Oh, that's exactly just as I said. That's exactly just as I said. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Fantastic. Then we'll start filming right away. Good luck, Christian. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I owe you one. It's time for my last date with Violet. I'm scared. I'm scared. Ah, she's so cute. Man, she's a queen. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Oh, hot. I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain. Dang, that was delicious. Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, Christian. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow with my arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. Okay, my best fancy accent. The pleasure is all mine, my lady. I don't know if I did that right. Stop, you. I wolfed down another cookie. Heck yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. Ah, that reminds me, Christian. What's up, Violet? I need to remind myself the voice I was voicing Violet because Kat, Scarlett, and Violet will have the same freaking voice. it comes to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date. The kind that normal people go on. Vice, I will do it 100 times over, 365 days, 1 times a day. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks at the beach, even something like crazy like a paint night. What the heck is a paint night? And then we can watch the sunset go down together, and it be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile. Dang. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen for you! Sorry about that. Yay! She did that little hop. She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess there will be a touch and go. It wouldn't be fair if she figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Queen! Aish! I already made the mistake of falling head over heels for Scarlett. Let's get it! Oh shoot, freaking... Hold on. The music played. What the heck happened? Hold on. Wait, hold on. I need this music! I'm going to use this music. Wait, what happened? It paused? It paused. Hold on. I need to. Okay, that's enough of my music. I'm too proud of this. I'm too proud of this music, dude. I really... Oh, we walked outside for a while and settled on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. It played again. What the heck? Stop playing. I've already had enough of you. Pause. There we go. The way her silver caught the sunlight, it was enough to make you believe in angels. I believe in angels. She's right here in front of me. She was so beautiful. Dig in. I brought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Wait, play the game. What the heck? I'm going to have to. Shut up. Shut up, dude. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. No, I need your... You need to eat it first with your spoon, and then I get to eat it, and then we get to have... Ah, yes. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mock-pouted. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me with a delicious egg roll. Called it! I'm the luckiest person alive! Not just because of the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. That's real sweet. Oh gosh, what is happening? Please don't play! Yikes, there's actually something wrong with this. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You've made this week so special. This guy is an absolute freaking... She's a baller. This guy is a baller, freaking going for saying real sweet things to both Scarlett and Violet. This guy's a mean one. I feel the same way, Christian. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared for just the two of us next. You owe me one, Christian. We enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. The guy says, I'm not surprised. Tera's pretty territorial about this room, from what I've seen and heard. But right now, it's our very own private movie theater. I did a little jazz hands at the TV. Wait, jazz hands like this? Hold on, I actually need to stop this. I think it's coming from my earphones. I'm going to change it real quick. This should fix everything. Violet clapped as if I had just put up on a performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow and then looked back at what movies we've had in store. Let's see. We have rom-coms, fantasy medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. I'll put on a rom-com from what Violet was saying earlier. From what Violet was saying earlier, this will definitely be her favorite. I actually prefer rom-com. I'll choose rom-com as well. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet, with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced by the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life! Then how about we take a scene you like from the... You're a freaking... Why is she? Then how about we take a scene you like from the movie and turn it into a painting? What? I would never suggest something like that. That is so weird. But sure, whatever, fancy. Oh my gosh, you didn't. Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find art supplies. But I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat? I know you know the sitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute. But I like that about you. Four, set everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Oh man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. Who knows how to paint? Does Violet know how to paint? I think I'll paint a picture of Violet. Violet and I watching the movie together. I know how to paint that. I'll paint that beautifully. She'll fall in love with me and she'll say yes tomorrow. This counts, right? What are you painting, Christian? I'm painting a picture. You didn't have to say that. You should just say, I'm painting a scene from the movie I watched. And then when he says, but that's not from the movie. Yeah, that's us. I'm watching you in the movie. That's my move off. I'm a weird guy. I'm painting a picture of us watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from... Yes, that's what I... Yes, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know. It'd be a shame not to capture it. You are quite the flirt, you know that. But I like that about you. I like you too! Your smile could melt the coldest heart. Sorry. I actually, I have to apologize for for that segment right there. I just heard the feedback and the playback, and it was so loud. I just did that so loudly. So which scene are you painting, Violet? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves her. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. She is a love-struck teenager. What the heck are you talking about? I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. I'm a bad painter then. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me? Not so much. That's putting it lightly. Not so much. Just say I don't know how to draw. That was embarrassing. But man, it was worth it. It was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. This again! I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went on our first date. So we did. Apparently, she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then. They didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm, almost literally. Well, almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world, and laughing about scenes in the movie, and our little artsy adventure. Then finally, went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. Oh, it's so cute! We held hands as we walk along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company and warmth in silence. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present, and future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Christian, if you ask me to marry you right now, without a doubt I accept. I'll do it! That was so loud. That was so loud. Oh my god. I'm going crazy over this game. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time. But I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had. That was so high pitched, but I just screamed with my lungs right there. I was not supposed to do that. Okay, we fell together on the soft sand of the beach. Wait, you did it! Will you marry me, Violet? I looked back at her and saw the most beautiful smile from the most beautiful girl there was. I know the final ceremony is tomorrow, but I want you to know how I feel. A moment passed. It felt like my heart was trapped in my throat. Of course. I know what I said, Christian. And then, I saw something I've never seen before and will never see again. The sky outside rapidly turned from bright blue to black, as if it were water being drowned in the darkest ink. What the heck? This happened. Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind, as the warmth of the beach and sand disappeared in an instant. Please collect the cast. The experiment is complete. What? No! What is happening? The last thing I saw was Violet screaming as shadowy figures grabbed her from behind. A second later, and I could even see my hands reaching for Violet, desperately trying to put her back to me. Then I felt somebody grab me from behind. No, not somebody. There must have been several people. They forced me to the ground and cuffed me from behind my back. I screamed, but there was no sound. I couldn't hear anything, not even the sound of the waves. I tried to fight, but there was no way out. I screamed for Violet, for her to run as far as she could, but I heard no response. Then, nothing. No, I hate you! Why'd you do that to Violet? What is happening? I woke up on an operating table. The kind you see in a nightmare. The blood splattered on the floor and the walls. The smell of disinfectant and rotting flesh. There was a nearby table littered with metal instruments that could make anybody talk. My first instinct was to get up and get off it as fast as possible, but my neck, hands, and legs were cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I tried to force myself out with all my strength, but the braces didn't so much as budge. Hello? What's going on? Where am I? Violet? You there? All I heard back were echoes of my own screams. Wherever I was, this place must have been massive. Hey, Christian. Kat was holding some kind of helmet with thick wires extruding from the back of it. Don't worry. Violet is doing fine. She's just taking a little nap. Kat? What is going on? You've got to help me. I was just on my date with Violet when everything went dark and these guys f***ing kidnapped us and... I know, Christian. I know. She sighed. You did good, but not good enough. That's pretty much it. Will it make you feel better to hear that you're the best one yet? No? I don't care. Get me out of here. At this point, there's no point explaining. She placed the helmet on my head carefully, even if I wanted to stop her from doing so. The brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. Please, Kat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. I just want to get out of here. I want to get back to my life, whatever it is. Please. Not today, Christian. She pressed it. The sound of crashing waves, a world without time or color. I'm back. This time, it's as if I'm sitting in an audience, watching myself from afar. This escape had failed. I'd been separated from her and captured. We really never had a chance, did we? I found myself praying that she's safe. If anything happened to her. For a moment, the world exploded with color. always the hero, aren't you, Christian? What did you do to her? You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. Did it have to be like this? But you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Christian. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero got some life left in them. You know, Christian, you're in luck. Usually, I just kill you for this. But the new opportunities just open up. And I think you'll be the perfect fit. Hey, don't just lie there. There's 5 more minutes. You're the star of the show. You can't just slip through it. Watch me. Oh, that's how you want to play. It's on. Ow! What is happening? Rise and shine, sleepyhead. Ow, ow, ow. Did you just hit me? What, me? Never in a million years. Anyway, what was your name again? Oh, my name's... Can't remember my name. Really now? You've got to be joking. I'm dead serious. I can't remember a thing. What is happening? Who knows? It might be for the better. Luckily, we've got your name in file, Christian. My name's Kat. Nice to meet you. You're the star of our new show. Find love or die trying. Let me get you up to speed. Wait, no! No! No, no, no! Please don't let this end like this. What the heck? How on earth did I get into this mess? I'm somehow stuck on an island in the middle of nowhere. An insane dating show from heck. From what Kat said, I'm dead meat if I can't finish this show with a fiancé. Or if the ratings aren't high enough. None of the girls from the show know the truth. And if they found out, they'd kill all of us. Why couldn't I wake up with no memories in a regular hospital like a regular drama protagonist? At least the girls seem nice. Ali's quite something. Something tells me she'll be hard to keep up with. And that's just not from losing a race to her in the field. Scarlett's interesting. I've still got no idea if she's trying to read the magazine or the book hiding it. I'll figure that out later. Tara matches the beat of her own drum. I like that. Violet's cool, but intimidating as heck. I'm pretty sure she was about to cook one of the brothers for dinner. Then there's Yui. She seems like a really sweet girl. Something about her is so familiar. She said she knew me from before. I'll have to ask her out about what I was like before as soon as I can. For now, the show must go on. And that's why Christian is the perfect soulmate for each of you. I'm so sorry. He just drew a bunch of numbers and symbols that don't mean anything. It's like the bullcrap math they show on screen in a movie. You're late to the party, Christian. Now that we're all together, it's time to explain the rules of the show. Christian, on one of the 5 lovely women, here is your soulmate. You'll get to know 3 of the girls over the next 9 days. 3? Oh, that's what my brother was talking about. He was saying I get to pick 3 items, but I didn't realize I get to pick 3 girls. 3 of the girls over the next 9 days. Over 3 dates with each of them. Then, on the 10th day, you have to ask one of them to marry you. So I've got 10 days to save my life. Without further ado, who do you want to spend time with? Wait, have to choose already? I haven't even had a chance to really talk with any of them yet. Don't think of that way. Think of it as who do you want to talk with to the most right now. Alright. I guess I like to have spent time alone with. Hold on just a second. I forgot to tell you something pretty important. She pulled me aside. This should be far enough. So the girls think you'll be asking any of the 5 of them for a date. But really, I only want you to be asking 3 of them. This is actually the worst! This is the worst! This is the worst! Alright! I hate this! What is this? Gosh, no! You gotta be kidding me! Why is that? Let's just say we think we'll be getting higher ratings that way. You think Scarlett and Violet don't deserve the ratings? And you know how important it is to get higher ratings. I don't really have a choice, do I? No, glad we're on the same page, Christian. I hate you. I hate you. I hate Kat. Hey Kat, if you're listening to this, I hate you. I hate you. Even if you are the girl who tried to escape with me in that PTSD BS, I hate you. That is just a 2-year though. So without further ado, we walk back to the girls. Who do you want to go on your first date with? Oh god! Who? These are freaking. I don't want these except for Terra. I'll go for Yui. She's the. Alright, we'll make it happen. Huh. Why am I in a simulation? This is actually the worst. Excuse me. The forest to the north of the house was as serene as could be. With each step forward, I felt like soft earth give way beneath my feet, and wind caressed my skin. Green as far as the eye can see. And her, in a flowing white dress, standing in the middle of it all. Yeah, I'm actually uninterested with Ali and Yui. Hey there, Christian. What you doing all the way out here? I was looking for you, Yui. I was hoping we could spend some time together. And consider me the luckiest girl in the world. Yui had the cutest giggle, the kind that instantly put a smile on your face. Well, you found me now. Care to join me for a walk? I'd like that. No! Not as good as Violet, but no! I think I know the point of this whole show now, but it is to, instead of me looking at me, they're looking at these girls. I couldn't help but be fascinated by her hair, flowing like water in the wind. I doubt you remember, but I'm from way out in the country. I grew up surrounded by animals, nature, you name it. It was just me and my grandma, my two little brothers and the alpacas, and my bunnies Run and Bun Bun, Bun and Bun Bun, and the chickens, and too many farm animals to count. To answer your question from earlier, nature takes me back home. You still live there? Yep. Wouldn't have it any other way. Though I had moved excuse me. I had moved to the city for a bit, way back when. You know, that's when I met you. How'd we meet? Well, you know, one thing I hated about the city is that everyone's in a rush. People just walk by each other as if there were obstacles to get past, instead of, well, people. I came to the city alone, didn't know left from right, and I got lost. I swear every building looks the same. You can say that again. I tried to ask people for directions to where I will live and where the school was, but no one will give me the time of the day. Except for you. I helped you? Yeah, you didn't even know me, but you took the time to help me figure my way around. Gosh, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. Why were you so embarrassed? You know. Shy. We found out later we went to the same high school, but we never talked too much after that. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's not your fault, Christian. I had to move back home pretty soon after anyway. Well, I'm happy I'm getting a second chance to know you better, Yui. I feel the same way, Christian. You're just like how I remember. Well, actually, the whole trying to date 5 girls at the same time thing came out of nowhere, but life is full of surprises, I guess. It shouldn't take too long to remove them from the equation. Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. Just a little joke, hehe. I was just saying I'm so happy to see you again. Bull crap. This guy's a yandere. Here's to the future. We spent the rest of the day taking in the nature and making up for the lost time. Apparently, I was always ending up in trouble back then. I guess not much has changed. Something about you made it so easy to open up. I found myself almost telling her the truth about the show several times. Even though I couldn't tell her the whole truth, I could tell her just enough of what was worrying me to make me feel at home and at ease. Whatever's getting you down, I'm sure you'll be okay. No matter what, I'm on your side, Christian. This is the worst. If we go for another cat session, I'm leaving. So I don't need to choose. I don't need to go back and choose another one of the girls then, because I'm going to have to date 5 of them. Oh my gosh. I wonder how the ending is gonna turn out. I stumble back to my room and plop onto my bed. Who'll be coming at this hour? I shuffled over in a haze. Ugh! Blech! It's Cat. Hey there, Christian. Sorry to bother you this late. It's alright. What's up, Cat? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna make myself real comfortable. I see. You go this. Doran sat facing her on the opposite side of the bed. So what brings you here tonight? Can't stop thinking about me? You wish. Unfortunately, it's my job to help you survive until the end of the show. And that means checking in with you every night to see how you're doing and making sure you're doing your best on the ratings. Should I even try reading this? I'm not liking this. It's the same, right? Your day today with you was ratings. People can't stop raving about your date with you today. Bullcrap! I call bullcrap. I mean, mostly debtors because they want to be in your position. But I said that outside the world is safer than here. They're just jealous. Most people will dream of having someone like you be their soulmate candidate. Then again, it's no fun. I see. We need more drama, betrayal, romance. Yes. Wait, Scarlett? Tomorrow? Wait, Scarlett? What is this? Is this wrong? Wait. Wait. Is it Scarlett behind all of this? I would have expected you to want to spend. I'm impressed at how well you took that. I almost think it wasn't your first time on a Life or Death killing dating show. Yeah, it wasn't. Well, that's pretty much what I needed to tell you. It's getting late. We've both got big days tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Christian. Yeah, good. She was gone before I had a chance to finish. Thank you! Now PTSD. Guess it's time to call it a night. ... A sound of waves. Hey! I can hear her. Call out to me within a dream. It's you. I love you, Christian. I always will. And I'll always love you too. I'm about to move on its own. Even if there's so many other women on the show, they could never be you. I held her tight and kissed her. You promised? I promised. Promises are unbreakable, you know. That's what you told me. I meant every word I said. She smiled at me. You better have. Your face is becoming clearer to me with every day that goes by. I know you're here with me. But which one are you? In the morning, the girls and I decide to hang out in the garden outside the house. Oh wow, look at all the flowers here that I've never even seen here before. Really? You've never seen a tulip? Grandma and I grew hyacinths back home. So no, not even on the internet? And I thought I had to get out more. Can't believe that. The only flowers I ever work with are Venus flytraps. What do you do with those? Well, we do a lot of experiments on the lab. Don't you ever find yourself thinking, wouldn't it be cool to make a Venus flytrap that could walk and talk? Literally never. I gave Tara a pretty bad voice, but sure. It's whenever. She ran away 2 years ago. Both my neighbors lost their pet cats the same day too. I miss you, Fluffy. I hate you, Scarlett. You had to do that. Yeah. I really like you, Scarlett. You sure they were lost? Tea's ready. Thanks, Violet. I got a cup for everybody. The aroma from the tea really worked up my appetite. I prepared some treats for us as well. Please enjoy. We spent the rest of the morning eating delicious treats and sipping on delicious tea as we theorize what might have happened to Fluffy. Personally, my mom is on the felines being the culprits. Every cat I've ever met Every cat I've met has had a nasty surprise up their sleeve. There you are, Christian. I've been looking for you. It's time to decide who's your second soulmate candidate. Cat moved in closer to whisper. Not like you really have a choice though. So without further ado, Christian, who's the unlucky girl? I like to spend time today with Ali. We'll make it happen. Let's get those cameras rolling, people. We're in for a bumpy ride. Now be a dear and give us a minute to set up the scene. Now how am I going to voice Ali? How I let Ali talk me into this, I'll never know. You sure this is a good idea? There's only one way to find out, is there? Ali grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the slope of the hill. Relax, Christian. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I could die. Would it be too much to ask to be on a TV show that didn't end up with me dead? Don't worry, I've got you. Oh shit! Ali slipped on her rollerblades, pulling me down the hill with her. With rollerblades on a steep downhill? You're a crazy one. I tried to step back on reflex, but it was all I could do to stand up with the rollerblades. Oh, phew. Then we started rolling down the hill, faster and faster and faster. Ali was rolling down the hill backwards at full speed. I could see panic in her eyes. I couldn't figure out how to stop. We were going faster and faster. I screamed. Alice laughed and pointed at me. Gosh, your face is priceless. I love it. Ali turned around effortlessly and someone glided next to me without ever having to let go of my hand. Our breakneck pace becomes slower and slower as she steered us back and forth repeatedly. Before I knew it, we were gliding down the road smoothly. The wind felt so nice. Now you got the hang of it. You've got a funny way of teaching. The best way to teach a bird to fly is throwing it off a cliff, no? That is actually true, but it is demented for birds. That's definitely a way of looking at it. Don't worry about it. You weren't ever in danger. Have you been rollerblading for a long time? No. I actually just learned how to today. What was that? Never being in danger. Shh. You're quite the daredevil, aren't you? What gave that away? She laughed as she slapped me on the back. You know, you're a pretty quick learner. You pick up the rollerblading almost as fast as I did. Well, I've got a pretty great teacher. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you, Ali. Shucks, I feel the same way, Christian. It's great to be around someone willing to go on an adventure. The world's gone crazy. We're all gonna die. You might as well be around people that make life worth living. I couldn't say it better myself. You know, I bet you can't skate backwards. Alice reversed and started skating backwards as if to taunt me. Oh, why is that? I just think it's a bit too scary for a person who screams when they start going down a little bump. I'm Christian, I can't handle a little bump. Ah, help me! Come on, it was a hill. Yeah. I felt a firelight inside me. Bring it on, Ali. Oh, are you sure? Did I stutter? There comes a time in every person's life where we know we're taking a stupid bet, but do it anyway. With the power of misplaced confidence and adrenaline, I jumped high into the air. I did a 360 rotation. Wait, am I spinning or is the world spinning? I'm not sure. Then it dawned on me. Oh, bang. Wait. No, I won't let you kill Christian. What? We're going to wish we had. What the heck? You're up. You okay, Christian? Try not to move. You're a little banged up right now, but you'll be just fine in no time. Kat and I treated your injuries pretty well, if I do say so myself. What? What happened? You, well, skated backwards. We're defining skating quite liberally, huh? How did I get here? I carried you here. Oh man, my head. Take it easy. It's only been a few hours since you cradled yourself. Well, it's sort of my fault, but I made you some food. It should help you get your strength back up quick. Thanks, Sally. That's really nice of you. Don't expect something like something. Don't expect something that Violet would make. All I can promise is that the food is probably healthier than my last suggestion before you knock yourself out. I'll take my chances. I took a bite of the food cautiously. Gah! I'm dying! For a moment, Ali was wide-eyed with shock and horror. I'm just messing with you. The food's delicious. Thanks, Ali. Wow, good one. You're a good one. Good one. Hey, that's a really good one. My Christian's a freaking beast. I just figured I get a little bit of payback. You know, no one forced you to jump. She laughed and slapped me on the shoulder, then ran her hand through my hair and scratched it. I found myself smiling and admiring the blue of her eyes. I'm looking forward to our next adventure, Christian. I promise to not be too stupid again, okay? I'll try my best, but people can't help but do stupid things to impress a pretty girl. True! That's a fact. I guess impressed is what we'll call it. Spent the rest of the day making fun of each other for how stupid we were being. Somehow, someway, Ali could take the ordinary and turn it into an adventure. I was laughing so hard that I could barely feel any pain. Before I knew it, it was nighttime. I'm so dang scared. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. No, cat, please get away from me. No! Hey there, Christian. Got a minute? Let me just make sure you or Ali see me coming here. Fan some flames. Sorry, what? Cat looked around, smiled, then went into my room. I followed suit. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we've gotten enough ratings to avoid early canning. People loved it when you and Yui were the main ship, but loved it even more after Ali kicked off this competition. I'm glad to hear I get to live another day. Yay! Let's go! It's as if we didn't do it in the first place! For now, at least. For now, at least. But that can change on a dime, so keep it up. Also, I'm curious how you're feeling about Yui and Ali. Between those two, do you have a favorite? I'll go for Ali actually. Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Ali more right now. She makes every moment exciting, and I just can't get enough of that. Really? Can't say I'm surprised. Let's see where things go with Ali. You'll be hanging out with her again soon enough. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might be just the first one to make it out of here. Night, Christian. Yeah. She left my room, closing the door behind her. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. It's just the two of us spending the evening together in the games room. reading a book at the same time, watching her rage against an opponent in a fighting game. It's fun to watch her savor each victory, explode with profanity when she loses. Who is this? Who are we talking about? This is Terra now. It's time like this where you wish life could always be this simple. Sometimes in those moments people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, for anything but the ordinary. But all I want is the ordinary with you. You! Yes. I love this woman so much. Guess it's time for Terra. Oh my gosh, I heard what happened yesterday. Are you okay? No worries, I'm good. Thanks, Yui. I'm so relieved. Should you not be resting? Should you not be resting after yesterday? Nah, no need. I've only got a few scrapes and bruises. I'm surprised the both of you aren't dead after what you pulled. Believe me, me too. Wait, what? I mean, no worries, Scarlett. I've been rollerblading for longer than most people have ever. Technically, that's probably true, but you should teach us how to rollerblade, Ali. It seems like it'd be fun. You sure, Terra? I feel like that might not be a good idea. What's the worst that could happen? I like your attitude. I like your attitude, girl. Come on, let's hit the road. Ali grabbed Terra's hands and pulled her away. Sometime later. Hey, Terra. How was skating? Oh. There's no words. I think Ali broke Terra. Scarlett waved her hands frantically in front of Terra's face, as if to check if anyone was still in there. Terra, you in there? Hey Terra, the internet's back. I guess nobody's home. Is there a medic on the island? Luckily, Terra was fine. After that was resolved, we spent the rest of the morning playing video games as therapy for Terra. She still doesn't remember a thing about what happened. What did you see, Terra? I guess we'll never know. I found Kat in the same place she found me yesterday. Morning, Christian. It's about time you decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing from today's bet with the 4. Oh, right. The poor guy, he doesn't know you've been rigging the show? What he doesn't know, you can't hurt him. Anyway, after you make your choice, it'll be just between the 3 soulmate candidates from here on out. Wait a second, what does... I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, we'll make the rest of this show a tropical getaway for you. You'll still be able to see the other girls and live in the mansion, so really, it's no big deal. Terra did a little fist bump. So without further ado, Christian, who's the last unlucky girl? I like to spend some time today with Terra. Alright, the work's cut out for us. Give us a minute to set up the scene, then go find her. I just wanted to know what's happening. Please, can we get over with this? As I walked closer and closer to the game room, I could hear people screaming bloody murder. Wait! Help! You're not going anywhere! Thank you! I'm too young to die! I rushed inside as fast as I could. What kind of brother will sacrifice his own flesh and blood to survive? Life is tough, Buttercup. No! I'll save you, bro! Bro! Ah! It's the heroes that die first, you know. I need to change up my voice. Where was I? Oh, right. 1 down, 2 to go. Get over here! You're playing a fighting video game. Oh, stop, Christian. Give me a second. I'm going to do a bit of pest control. Going to kill him first! Oh. Let's go. Alright. Y'all lost fair and square. As promised, you guys know what you have to do. Your brothers 5 groaned as they put on some kind of futuristic helmet. You're incredible, Terra. You decimated those guys without breaking a sweat. I do make a living doing this, believe it or not. Though lately, it's been a little boring. Wait, why is that? It's just same old, you know? Though, I do have something in store if you're down. I'm down. I'm down for anything. Good. I'm just gonna need you to... I keep changing voice. I'm just gonna need you to put on this non-suspicious as all headset. To pick up the helmet from behind the couch and the couch and place it on my head. This won't hurt a bit. Don't worry. Wait, why would it? It was like lightning ran through my head. What? I mean, some kind of forest? Whoa, Christian, you're here too? Where are we? I want to go home. Oh, stop whining. We're just in a video game. Come on, this is the first time we've seen this happen in fiction. That kind of thing exists now? It's been around for at least 1,000,000 years by now. Get with the times. Last time I checked, I've never heard of anything like this. Alright, so maybe it was some weird kind of weird device I'd never seen before. Can you blame me for wanting to try messing with it? Wait, there's no way this could be a game. It looks too real. I had to admit, I had my doubts too. Everything looked as if it were really there. Hey, if you want proof, just try walking outside this forest. Took a few cautious steps forward and then some more. Oof! He smacked against some kind of invisible wall. There's some kind of invisible wall here. It really is a video game, huh? Actually, that's the wall of the games room. I thought this console would be like a deep dive sort of virtual reality game too, but it seems like everything we do here is replicated in the real world. Walk too many steps in a certain way and then smack. Doesn't that make this kind of useless? I guess, if you're allergic to fun. The sound of the intercom played through the forest. Hey, can you guys hear me? Cat, we can hear you. What's up? You guys need to log out of that game right now. If you're in the game too long, it'll fry your brain. No, what? How? Why? Long story short, it's experimental. How to say game console that we had in storage. No idea how Terra found it though. This show is always trying to find new ways to kill me, isn't it? How much time do we have before it fries your brain? I don't know. Maybe a few minutes, maybe several hours, but it'll slowly sap your sanity the longer you stay here. Just log out of it already. We don't know how. The brothers 5 and I looked around frantically, but there wasn't any way for us to log out. Oh, I don't think you guys can see the logout menu. I think it's an admin only kind of thing. If you can see it, Terra, then come on, log us out already. She cackled like a B-movie maniac. Something tells me that she didn't have much sanity to sap in the first place. But it would be such a shame to leave so soon. Let's play a game first. It just so happens that as an admin, I can change all of your avatars at will. Check this out. Bam! What happened? I looked down to my hands, which had now become tiny little white wings. I looked down at my face and I have a beak? I become a bird? Oh gosh, what did she do to us? We're pigeons! Let me out! We'll never become accountants now. We're gonna die here! I think I've got a new fetish. The pigeon 5 ran around frantically like chickens with their heads cut off. I can't blame them. I looked up at Terra, who seemed like a giant compared to us now. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I've turned you all into birds. I guess you could say that. It's funny, Christian. Earlier you told me that this whole show was like a dating sim, except that you were in the driving seat. Now the shoe is on the other foot. She cackled again like a wicked witch. Welcome to Pigeon Dating Sim Battle Royale. You'll have to seduce me if you want to get out of here. With each day that passes, I fear more for humanity's future. And you want us to be pigeons for this? I mean, yeah. The ratio of human to pigeon visual novels is totally out of whack, man. I figured we should balance that out. I'm trapped in a killer virtual reality game. I'm also trapped in a killer dating show. To make matters worse, I'm also trapped in the body of a pigeon. Now I have to seduce a woman with my avian charm. You can imagine that kind of stress I am under. Now, seduce me! Freaking spite, you have to reference there. Good job. One by one, the pigeons 5 fired pickup line after pickup line at Terra, but to no avail. Come on, come on! Move those wings like you mean it! I tried my hand at a few too. It was clear they had no effect. I can't imagine that being a pigeon helped with that in any way. Let's try one more. How about... Damn girl, you're more addicting than quack. Let's go with that. With my will to live at all time low, I... Huh? The game went dark. A moment later, we were back in the games room. What? We're back! Thank God! I got fingers! I can write! I could fill out a balance sheet! Oh, I just when it was getting good. Wait, is something burning? The game console had smoke coming out of it. Guess it's toast. What happened? My mind's all foggy. You okay, Tara? I'm gonna take a nap. She jumped onto the couch and within seconds she was fast asleep. The brothers 5 and I decided it would be best to never talk about this again. That was something. That was definitely something. After today's date, I went out for a short walk outside the mansion. Oh hey Christian. Oh hey Kat. What's up? Oh I don't know what's up. Let's not waste any time. I gotta get back to editing. You know what I want to hear. I know Ali was your favorite till now, but maybe Tara shake things up a bit. Who's number one now? I don't know about Tara. Tara was freaking crazy. I'd go for Tara though. It doesn't mean anything though, does it? Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Tara more than Ali now. Say what you will about Tara, it's always exciting to be around her. I can't wait to see her again. You really do change your mind like the wind, huh? Doesn't matter to me though. I'm your producer, not your life coach. Anyway, I've got good news that you might be interested in. Well, what's that? My plans was a success. Every 3 soulmate candidate has worked magic for our ratings. Which of course means the show will go on. That's awesome. So I'm safe now? Just for now, though we're not out of the woods yet. We need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for phase 2. Over the next 3 days, we'll go on a second date with each of Yuri, Ali, and Tara. I just want to get on with this. Just imagine how much higher our ratings will be if our viewers got to see even more of their favorites falling in love. Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sounds good to you? Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Good. That's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning, I'll be asking who you want to have your second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself. For ratings. Will do. Thanks, Kat. No biggie. Gotta get back to work. So I'll see you later. Night. Waved goodbye to her as she walked away from the mansion. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. We borrowed a boat and went for a cruise around the island. I love the way the wind feels. Why's that? Feels like freedom. I can't get enough of it. No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from... She pulled me close and kissed me in the lips. For a moment, time stopped. We were the only 2 people that existed. Doing what I want. I smiled. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here just for a kiss. I guess you're right. After all, it's hotter if people are watching. We laughed together as we cruised along till the sun went down. The world was ours. The sound of waves grows louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taken under? Oh, this is making me too shit. So curious. We kicked off our morning with a delicious meal made by Violet. So tell us more about your dream, Tara. Tara? I don't really remember much, but I was in a video game and I was getting hit on by a lot of pigeons? How am I supposed to respond to that? What if it was a sign? I'm sorry, what? It was a dream, nothing more. I don't see how... Ali had a devilish grin on her face. I think it is a sign, Tara. It's a sign that you should try making video games. What? Then the world needs more pigeon dating sims. You're right. There's no time to waste. Terrarana. Oh my. Maybe something that was a good idea to spur on? Of course.